We're in today with the GTX 760. This is a 2013 video card from ASUS. It's got 1152 shaders, 2 GB of VRAM GDDR5 running at 1006 MHz on the core clock, 1502 MHz on the memory clock, 256 bits bus width, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. Interesting video card, but the best thing we can do for that 2 GB of VRAM is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with Battlefield and see how it's running on 1080p with ultra details. Look at this, 75 FPS here with 1.6 GB of VRAM allocated and 1.1 processed. This is the most important thing here for this video card with ultra details. It shows me that if I got this amount of FPS, then I can play with higher FPS if I lower the resolution. On the system side, I got no problem. The only problem I have is the temperature, 82 degrees. Definitely need to check that thermal paste. Maybe it's working with an MX4. We're gonna try today MX4 on it and see how it's performing. This is a good test for the video card. Oh, 83 degrees. Oh my god, this video card is getting hot. Holy smoke! This is a good performance from the video card because I got 1080p with maximum details. I got 303 watts consumption. Based on this, I think there is a standing chance with this. This is an important test for this video card. I got now the MX4 thermal paste on 1080p with maximum details. This is actually a good performance from this video card. Look at that. I got 67 degrees with this MX4 thermal paste, and I think this is the most important thing because if it's not using two 8-pin connectors, I think that MX4 thermal paste is going to do wonders. Look at this, it's actually holding pretty well. Maximum details on ultra with this video card. I would say this is actually an awesome performance. So the GPU is doing the job, 300 watts consumption, I'll take it. And dude, that thermal paste was stone cold there. On the radiator I managed to clean it, but on the chip I didn't have the boards because there's a lot of capacitors there. What the f is that? But what happens if we're jumping in Battlefield 1 with this video card? On 1080p with low details, I got hundreds of FPS. Not bad from this. 1.8 GB of VRAM utilization, 66 degrees on this, and maximum core load. The reason why I came into this game like this with low details is because it was on the limit with maximum details on Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. In this case, you can see that I got 100 FPS. I can do medium details, and I think I'm going to be okay in that situation. Lovely performance Battlefield 1 is offering me here with nearly maximum VRAM utilization and maximum core load. Very surprised on this occasion that the GPU's core is holding on the temperature. If it's holding with that MX4, then that's it. If it's under 200 watts consumption, the video card, it's good with MX4. Funny thing, in Mad Max with 1080p with maximum details, I got playable FPS. Look at this, 77 FPS. Usually I come into this game with SLI and Crossfire and I see a different type of angle when it comes to benchmarking this game because it's very compatible with those combinations. In this case, the 760 is doing a fantastic job. The only thing I have to pay attention is that thermal paste that I managed to put. That I'm very proud of, seriously. Apparently the video card's thermal now are much better, but with 95% fan power you can actually see the video card is reaching nearly 60-70 degrees. Maximum core load, 1.5 GB of VRAM utilization, this is good, and 180 watts. If it's under 200 watts, I think that MX4 can do the job. Like every single GPU that I test, I need to see the performance now on the wattage in order to understand what type of thermal paste I need to put on it. But in this case, I managed to answer that question. Is it good with MX4? And it's fantastic. 68-69 degrees is good with 95% fan power. And in this case, I got 80 FPS on average, and I can say that Mad Max with maximum details on 1080p with this video card is doing a fantastic job. A big challenge for this video card in Dragon Age, 1080p with ultra details, and I'm actually surprised this video card is only putting 40 FPS. Very surprising, 40 FPS with this video card on ultra. I mean, it's 1080p. I think that if I want more performance, I can lower the resolution or put some quality down. This is a decent performance from the video card. The quality, the performance, 40 FPS is just at the edge that shows me that if I do my bespoke setup, I will get exactly what I want. But in this case, I cannot complain because the only thing I'm interested is the thermals. But if I can get my thermals okay, and then I will be okay in the future to test this video card with more games. 100% load on the core. This is good. Temperature wise is sitting around 60-70 degrees. You can actually see it's doing the job that thermal paste. Very shocking that concrete that I had, but it's okay. Now it's doing fantastic. 160 watts consumption. On the system side, I got only 9.1 gig of system RAM and 10-15% load on the CPU. So the whole computer hovers around 300 watts. Does it run Crysis on 1080p with maximum details? This video card can actually cook some nice FPS. Look at this, 160 watts consumption. This is a good performance this video card is offering here, but I have to pay attention on the thermal. That's my only shtick today. I want to see that MX4 performing really well. 1.2 gig of VRAM allocated and 170 watts consumption. It's utilizing the video card in this case. I like this. So 75, 76 FPS on average. This is good. I want to see how it's performing. And on the system side, I got 6.4 gig of system RAM allocated. No use on the CPU. Ideal will be with a Core 2 Duo or a Core Quad CPU there, but even then, apparently, it's not utilizing a lot. But is doing the job. This is a good performance from the video card. If I'm interested on using this video card with old operating system, I can do it. You can put it in all games. It's very compatible with XP, Windows 7 and stuff like that. But in this case, you can see that if you slap Crysis to it, it's gonna work really nice with 1080p and maximum details. Yet alone other games that are in the same category or same year, it will do a fine job, this video card, in older titles. I put 1080p in Crysis 3 to see how it's working with this video card on maximum details. Not okay, I got 30 FPS. Look at this. This is insane to see this video card like this. I barely got playable FPS. 23 FPS, 2 gig of VRAM. This is the first game that I'm seeing that is utilizing the VRAM in this situation. Look at that, 2 gig of VRAM, 1.4 process. Holy smoke, I have to put lower quality in order to get this running. No, it's not possible. This game apparently is brutalizing this system. I put in the graphics, system specs low, but it didn't disable anything here. One more time, let's put it. Okay, so it's disabled. Lens flare, no. Let's apply this one more time. Let's restart it. Low details, 1080p, and I still got 50 FPS. 50 FPS, oh my god, I got 80 watts consumption in this case. Look at the temperature on this GPU now. I got 50 degrees, 50% load on the video card core. I got VSync. How many times I restarted the computer? I have, let's see, maybe now it's working. I done everything and I cannot turn off that 50 FPS. Disabling config file in save profile in the game manually, every single thing I done, and I still have 50 FPS. Apparently, see, VSync off. Definitely I need to be in this game to see how it's running with this 700 series video card. Look at this, 1.5 gig of VRAM, 900 megabytes of VRAM processed, and I got 20 FPS. Not okay. So I will do a run up. I want to see how it's holding. I want to see if the temperature is rising. CPU wise, I don't have any problems with 6.5 gig of system RAM use. Ideal will be to take it off from DirectX 10 enhanced full light. I think if I go enhanced full dynamic light, it's going to be much better. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, much better. Look at that, 130 FPS. See, one single settings managed to give me 70 FPS. If you only had the settings now today like this, but you see, there's no pixelation, there is no quality loss. You know, there is some shadows that I managed to lose. I mean, quality is almost there, but I got 90 FPS. I wish I had the same settings in the newish games that are now on the market with this type of performance. But if we're jumping in Fortnite with this video card, with this system, look at that. First time I'm seeing 330 watts almost. This game knows how to utilize the CPU apparently, and it's giving me some very interesting performance. I put it on performance mode in this case, and you can see it's doing a fantastic job on holding the specs here. This is what I need. 200 FPS on low details with performance mode, 1080p, 100% render scale, and is doing a fantastic job. This is the performance I need from this computer. I got only 1.7 gig of VRAM utilized, 700 processed, 69 degrees. Based on that experience that I had previously with this, I think this is not bad. 11 gig of system RAM on this computer. I got 36% load on the CPU, hence why I got 330 watts consumption, 30 watts more on this occasion. It's important, you know, because 30-50 watts and it makes the computer a little efficient if you're not paying attention to some settings. But in this case, you can see it's doing a fantastic job, and nothing to complain here, seriously. How about if we're jumping in GTA 5 here with 1080p and normal details? I got very interesting performance with the video card. I don't know what's going on, 53 FPS, 55 FPS. I got 70% load only. This is GTA 5 Legacy. This is why I don't want to come in this game, because I have always problems with the CPU. CPU wise, this is what is creating. Look at that, 70% load on the GPU. That is not loaded. Or maybe I got VRAM utilization. Look at that, 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized. In this situation, I can say the video card is doing a fantastic job, but yeah, I cannot benefit from it. I have to put maybe more details in order to get this running at 100%. This is a very interesting performance. I like it. It looks okay-ish. Theoretically, I wish I had more utilization from CPU, but that's it. You know, if this is the only thing I can get from this, I'll take it. Very interesting performance from this video card in World of Tanks. I got 1080p here with medium details. Important test for me, because it shows me how the video card is performing. So if I'm interested on getting more quality, it is possible, because I got 140 FPS on average. I want to see if it's holding. I want to see the temperature. I want to see everything here, because I got maximum load on the core, 68 degrees. That is holding that thermal paste with 160 watts consumption. Nice quality from this, seriously. We can go on ultra and see how it's holding there. Okay, it's not okay. I actually thought, yeah, I can go. I'm gonna put this video card on maximum details and I'm gonna play World of Tanks. No, I cannot, apparently. Not ultra. Let's take high details. You know, that's above medium details. I'm on high details, 80 FPS. I mean, the game looks good, even with high details. All right, let's move forward. I want to see if I can get more load on this, and I want to see some action. That's it. This is an important test. I like it. World of Tanks apparently is doing great here. So there's a lot of options for this video card in World of Tanks for me. Woohoo! Look at that. Oh, Johan King apparently went like a torpedo. He went like a bullet inside and he said, "Say hello to my little friend." I set up the game on 1080p with lowest quality in order to see if I can put this video card on the playable side. What do you mean on the playable side? Well, yeah, it's got so many ports in the back. I want to see this video card performing with high FPS. If I got HDMI, DisplayPort, this video card can actually put those FPS with 1.7 gig of VRAM allocated and 1.2 process. Maximum load on this occasion, 67 degrees on this, but this one doesn't reflect because it needs to be in the game a little more. In this case with the system, I got like 25% load on the CPU, doesn't care there. 12 gig of system RAM in this case. The CPU is doing a fantastic job, the system is doing a fantastic job, but the GPU, it's hovering around 120 FPS. 300 watts from the computer, I'll take this all day because I know how to optimize this. Because if I don't need more than, let's say, 100 FPS, I can lock it there and I can distress the core on the video card. But in this case, you can see the video card is capable of delivering some nice FPS, but you have to put it on low details in this case, and is doing exactly that. The best thing I can do for this video card is jump into PUBG and see how it's performing with DirectX 11. I have to set up the game in such a way that I can get some FPS. Last time I was in the game, I was with DirectX 12, and in this case you can see it's doing much better. It's like performance mode from Fortnite, but I got 1080p, low quality, and actually let me show you what I have. I have advanced, low quality, very low, disable everything, and 70% render scale. Put it to 100% render scale because I know the video card can hold it. 70 FPS is good in this case, 150 watts. Look at it. It's holding okay-ish theoretically with low details on 1080p. I'll take this as a big win because it's playable and there is no problem on playing the game like this. 1.9 gig of VRAM allocated and 1.3 processed. This is by far the best thing I can do for the video card. Set it up like this. I got 300 watts consumption, so I will call this a big win. How about War Thunder? I got medium details with 1080p and I think this is the most awesome performance I'm gonna put to this video card. I got 1.7 gig of VRAM, nearly 170 watts, 160 watts consumption from this. 68 degrees is holding there on the temperature. 1.4 gig of VRAM processed and 90% fan power in order to deliver this. I think the best thing I can do for this is just play a little and see how it's performing with this animal of a video card. Medium details, apparently it's achievable here. I think it's not like in World of Tanks, you know, medium details, you got some shadows, some lights, some effects. Maybe, because if I put it on medium, you get all the effects. If I put it on minimal, it looks doggo. No sun, just pale and no shadows. But you get more FPS, and if you put VSync, you're gonna make the whole thing efficient. I got 370 watts consumption now from War Thunder, but all in all, I can say, you know what, it's doing great here. This is a very intense game to play on a video card like this. I got 1080p here with lowest details, but I had to put 50% render scale in order to get 150 FPS. I never thought it's gonna be like this. Let's put a 100% render scale, so I got very low on this occasion with, yeah, very low quality with 1080p. Very interesting. Let me do a reset here and see how it's holding. 100% render scale. I put it as a preset because I wanted to see how it's performing, but you keep putting 75% on the render scale the moment I click on that profile. Very important to see this video card running like this with this amount of load. Can't believe there are so many people online. Hey, seriously. 176 watts consumption, maximum VRAM utilization, 69 degrees. It's holding on the temperature. I want to see this game how it's performing here, but yeah, it's doing great. This video card is being utilized in this game. This game is very demanding because there's a lot of people online. What happens if we're jumping in Grand Theft Starter with this video card on 1080p with maximum details? I got almost playable FPS. I got 1.5 gig of VRAM allocated and 1.1 processed. I got maximum core load on the video card. It's expected because everything is turned on at maximum. 10.5 gig of system RAM, barely 15% load on the CPU. Utilization is not a big problem on the CPU side, but on the GPU side you can clearly see it's hovering around 40-50 FPS. Not bad in this situation. This is the type of game that this video card can play, but you have to adjust the quality in such a way that it's working really nice. I mean, I maxed the game out. It's not ideal, but if you put it on a little lower on the quality, lock the FPS to 60, you can see that the game has a standing chance with this video card. Got 300 watts consumption from this, and it's not bad. It's doing exactly what I want. Play the game with lots of options, and in this case it can. Very interesting performance from this 760 from ASUS. It's got only 2 gig of VRAM, but you managed to see today that there's a lot of games that can actually be put on a video card like this. If the video card score is not good, there is no way you can utilize the video card. In this situation, this video card, it's on the edge, it's in the middle because it's utilizing one 8-pin connector in the back. This video card can consume some wattage. You managed to see it with 160 watts consumption. That is a important factor that you have to take in consideration, because maybe you can find video cards that don't need external power supply and they got more VRAM and may nearly the same frequency on the core, and they are more efficient, and that is a very good thing, because in this case you manage to see it delivers the performance. Let's say you're okay with low and medium quality, but you're not okay with the power supply because maybe the power supply doesn't support 8-pin connector for this video card. That's it. You know, that's the deal breaker. That's the only thing. Second, I managed to appreciate the MX4, how we managed to put this video card in the positive thermal side, because it did manage to put the temperature down, and I'm very happy. I recommend this GTX 760 because they are very cheap and you can transform a very doggo computer in a light gaming PC. or a retro gaming PC. Who knows? It all depends on you. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button please, and I will see you very soon.